Okay, it's late afternoon, it's almost evening. The sun is in the west, and that is the west, so it's shining in by the window. And hopefully, I'll have enough sunlight to do 3 or 4 videos without turning on the lights, but I don't think I'm going to be that quick. What I have here is Goodridge and Williams Canadian whiskey. It's called the Cask Project, and it says "Wee Heavy Beer Barrels." Now what I'm going to do is open this first, and after opening it, I'm going to pour a dram, and then I'm going to read what it says on the bottle, because no box came with this one. This is a more or less local product. It's from Delta, BC, just across a quick ferry ride. Well, it's an hour-and-a-half ferry ride from here, but there we go. Synthetic cork, plastic. Here's a real Glencairn glass. And the way you can tell that is, if you look, you can read Glencairn on the bottom if you look from inside. Now this is not a weak one. Synthetic cork. It says, established 2013, so 9 years ago. Canadian whiskey, wee heavy beer barrels. 46% alcohol by volume. It's distilled in Delta, BC, so just on the other side of the water there. And over here on the back it says, we're very excited to bring you this rare collaboration between Goodridge and Williams Distilling and Stanley Park Brewing. We've taken our wheat whiskey that has been aged a minimum of 3 years in bourbon casks with notes of spice, clove, and vanilla, and finished it in Stanley Park Brewing wee heavy Scottish ale casks. The result is a lovely whiskey with a smooth and sweet maltiness with notes of caramel and dried fruit. Goodridge and Williams. And over here it says in strange writing that is hard to read, G&W Distilling Inc., Vancouver, BC. This is a trademark of G&W Distilling Inc., distilled and bottled in Canada. Refund where applicable, whatever. This one here, this particular Goodridge and Williams cost me $52.99. So $52.99. So that would be $5.30. Divided by 2 gives us the goods and services tax of $2.65 plus 5.3, giving us the BC liquor tax plus 10-cent bottle deposit plus $52.99. Comes out to $61.04 out the door. And this was bought at the Premium Spirits release back in November. Exact date was November 13th, 2021. And yeah, we should mark that one off. We're going through the Premium Spirits release from 2021 right quickly. Okay. Right away I can smell the hops. I get some of that bitterness right away. It's not an unpleasant bitterness. It's a very pleasant bitterness. But this is what I'm getting on the nose to begin with. I guess maybe because I'm so unused to hops, it just jumps out at me. If I dig a little deeper, it gets malty. Getting some caramel, a little bit of caramel. Like a butterscotch caramel. But the bitterness from the hops does not go away. I don't think it will, even if I add water. I may try adding water at some point. But right now, it's bitterness, a little bit of caramel, a little bit malty. Don't forget, this is a young whiskey too. It's the distillery was started 9 years ago, or even it might have been earlier or later in 2013. So it could be, yeah, it's probably less than 8 years old. Okay. I'm still getting that bitterness. I'm getting some maltiness. It's not very complex. What did we get on the palate? Mmm. Oh, wow. Wow. That is nice. As soon as I get on the palate, it's like tastes like a Scottish ale. I was not expecting that. Wow, that is nice. It doesn't say how many bottles of this were made, but it is a special release. Um, don't drink and drive. Oh, wow. Wow. That is nice. I'm going to have to try that again and give you some more details. Now that I've tasted it, I get less of the bitterness from the hops on the nose. Okay. On the palate, I get malty. Malty and a little bit hoppy. Cloves. But that could be from the hops. It's a little bit bitter. A little bit spicy. But it is delicious. It tastes like a Scottish ale. And I like Scottish ale. I like this one a lot. Wee heavy beer barrels. Just the right amount of bitterness. Not too not too much. That's the remains of COVID here. But I can still taste. I can taste. Let's add some water to this 46% alcohol by volume. Let's bring it down to about 43, 42, 40, whatever. I don't know exactly. If anything, the water has taken some of the bitterness away. But it's still giving me something a bit floral. Very malty. Oh. I would not recommend adding much water to this. I'm at the point where I've drowned it, or just at the point where it's getting drowned. Yeah, now it's kind of watery, but I'm still getting the taste of Scottish ale and some spice on the finish. Oh. I like it straight up. I'm even getting, now on the finish, a bit of Vicks cough drops. Cough drops. The cherry flavor. Interesting little whiskey. This is better than I expected it to be. It's Canadian whiskey, so cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.